We decided that we were going to document a big chapter in our lives. And when I say our lives, it's Eric and me. Let me introduce myself first. My name's Daryl Burke, and I live right now in Atlanta, Georgia. My husband, partner, Eric Whitgen, lives here as well. We have been together since 2004. We've been married since 2013. And together we've owned this house since 2011. I just retired back in June of 2025 this year. And Eric is going to retire at March 31st of 2026. To give you an idea of what we plan to do is we want to spend time in France. We love it there. We've been all over the south of France. We've been to Nice. We've been to Montpellier. We've been to Monaco. Um, we spent some time of course now I'm losing my memory here. Uh, uh, all along the French Riviera. We recently spent 10 days in Toulouse. This was in May of 2025, and we just found that Toulouse is our home. So we are planning on spending 3 months in Toulouse in beginning on April 3rd, 2026. That's when our flight leaves Atlanta. And we come back on July 4th, so it's exactly 90 days. And with France, you can be in France for up to 90 days without really any sort of visa. Anything longer than that, you have to apply for an LTV, a long-term visa. We're not ready to do that mainly because the bureaucracy in France is quite high. The paperwork is quite high, and they're just things that you have to do. And we don't want to do that. So we have that plan. We also decided that if we're going to do this, we wanted to be able to leave the United States in a way that makes us feel comfortable. So to do that, we wanted to be able to basically leave our house, lock it, maybe turn off the water so we don't have to worry about that, and just go and not worry about hot water heater malfunctioning and HVAC malfunctioning. We had long since decided that we were going to put our house up for sale. And so with the trip to France in mind, we listed this house in late May of 2025, and thinking that, of course, it was going to sell quickly because that's what has happened, but it didn't. It's taken a while to do that, but back in this would have been I don't know October maybe. We actually got two offers. One was from a young couple who had not married yet, and one was from a couple that have a little bit more age to them. Just through a series of events and so on, we took the offer of the young couple. They offered full asking price and no closing costs help from us, which is a great thing. So we just closed on this house yesterday. I'm not feeling emotional yet. I don't know if I'm going to, but because the original close date was December 19th, we scheduled the movers to move us out during that week. This couple of the offer that we took, they wanted to see if we could move out early, and we really can't because we have so much stuff in this house. So we were able to lease the house back to the new buyers through the December 19th, which is nice. In the meantime, we have bought a house in Aiken, South Carolina, and Aiken has been our kind of our home-based dream now for about, I would say, 18 months, 2 years. We really do like that town. It's on the outskirts of Augusta, Georgia. Very horsey town. They like their polo. They like their horseback riding. They they have the blessing of the hounds on Thanksgiving morning, which signals the beginning of the fox hunting season, I guess. And we just think that that's just fun, and we just like Aiken, and so we bought this new construction of a house. We close on December 30th. So our plan is to leave here, the Atlanta house, on December 19th, drive to our vacation rental cottage in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is on the coast. We're going to stay there through Christmas, come back on December 30th, drive through Aiken, close on our new construction house, and then actually go up to our cabin in the North Georgia mountains and stay there, mainly because we will not have anything here in the Atlanta house, and it's not ours anymore. So that's what the plan is. And then since Eric is going to continue to work for the first quarter of 2026, he's going to go back and forth between Atlanta, where his office is, and the cabin. I'm going to go over to Aiken and oversee the moving of all of our stuff into the house, and then also start hanging pictures and placing furniture and all of that stuff. And there'll be times when Eric is going to come over, not go to the cabin, but come over to Aiken, um, and help me with that. We've done this before. We did this when we had when we bought we bought the cottage in Beaufort. I lived there for, I think, 2 months getting it ready for the vacation rental program, and then we bought a condo out on Fripp Island, which is in that area, and it's a private island, and blah blah blah. I lived there for 2 months to get it ready, and then we bought another property on Harbor Island, which is also a private island out there. All of these were, planned on being vacation rentals, and then the real estate market just went crazy, and so we sold them and we bought a condo in Vermont and sold it. Then we have the bungalow in Chattanooga. All this to say is that through the last 5 years or so, we didn't really document anything. And I really felt like I really wanted to document this journey. So what I'm planning on doing is filming various stages of where we are in our journey through retirement, and filming different things when we're in France, and hopefully keep this going. And just a disclaimer here, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this to get subscribers and things like that. But I do know that there are people who've told me that they were interested in our journey, and and what we're doing. People that I worked with, and friends, and acquaintances of friends, and that sort of thing. So this is my first video. Eric is not here. I haven't even told him that I'm doing that. I'm going to tell him when he gets home from work. But this is my first video. And what I'm going to include in this video is, of course, all this information, but I'm also going to go through the house and kind of show you in stages where we are in packing. And Eric's sister and brother-in-law are driving down, are going to help us pack tomorrow, actually. And we're in various stages of packing and that sort of thing. But I wanted to record this introductory video and kind of launch this as we go along. If I didn't do it now, I don't know if I would actually do it. So that's where we are. I'm going to add little snippets of recordings of various rooms in the house and show you the stages of moving to this. But this will be my first video, and I will put it on YouTube. I actually have a channel there, and we'll make it public. And so if you're interested, if you see this by chance, if you're interested in following along, subscribe. I don't know anything about YouTube. I just watch YouTube on our TV, and I know that all the presenters say, "Oh, subscribe to my channel and press like and ring the bell so you get when a new video comes along." It's fine, all of that, whatever. That's fine. It's just that's not the whole idea. The whole idea is to document this as we go through and to share it with family and friends. So. I really hope that I'm going to be able to launch this or actually put this on YouTube and let friends and family know when it's on there. And then the goal is to add a video once a week. I don't even know if I'm going to get that part done, but this is kind of the introduction, like I did say. So um, there'll be more. And if you're going to watch, thanks, and just follow along. And now, just like I promised, I'm going to show you the horrors of packing. And what I mean is that I'm going to show you pictures that were taken of the house from a real estate listing and then what state that they're in now. And I'm just going to show the first floor. I'm not even going to get into the second floor of the basement. But again, part of the journey, that's what I keep telling myself, part of the journey. So this is the living room coming in from the front door. Very comfortable, very nice. And another view of that. Same views from what they look like now. Ugh. Oh God. And now the dining room of that. From the kitchen looking in, and then from the back corner looking over the dining room into the living room, and what this dining room looks like now. God. And the kitchen, again, from the listing. Not bad. And what it looks like now, but this is about to explode because we haven't started packing really anything in the kitchen. And then finally, the family room, which is just off the kitchen. Very comfortable, very nice. The bookshelves, all the accessories, the flowers, etc. And now what they look like, or what it looks like. Nothing on the bookshelves, no accessories, and boxes everywhere. Well, that's it. So if you liked what you saw and you're dying to know more, do me a favor and just like all the other content developers say, subscribe to the channel. And then like this video if you would. And then ring that little bell. All that does is let you know when I've posted a new video. Like I said earlier, I'm hoping to get these in one a week. Since this is kind of the beginning, it may not be exactly one a week. But when we're putting together the house in Aiken and when we're in France, we hope these are going to be at least one a week. And then finally, if you can, share with your friends and family. Like I said, this is not for money. But we really do want to share this with different folks and, like I said, friends and family. So again, hope you like it, and we'll be doing this again.